Good afternoon, everybody. How you all doing? It is the Geary Cast Matchday live stream with myself, Nick Bell. I'm joined by Matt Harrison, Alex Ashmore, and soon to be Luke Chambers as well. Obviously, guys, Sunday night game. This was supposed to be a Saturday night game or a Saturday evening game at least. Some of us amongst us were very much looking forward to visiting Extremadura on their travels, but not too bad for a Saturday night game at all, is it? Or Sunday night game, I should say.
No, and of course that gave me the opportunity to go and visit or revisit lovely Ronda. I literally got back an hour ago. I went to watch Club Deportivo Ronda get a 1-1 draw with Atletico Marbella last night. I know we all want to talk about that game, but I'm going to insist we talk about Malaga instead.
Insisting is good. So we obviously are away at Merida, a team toward the bottom of Primera RFEF, if I can remember quite likely, Alex. It's a big chance this weekend, though, isn't it? With Cordoba getting the better of Castellon, sort of like brings Castellon back down a little bit. But obviously, Cordoba are in fine fettle themselves. We've got Algeciras at home next weekend, so we need to kind of like get them at an arm's length all weekend. So yeah, how important is it we come away from here with 3 points?
I think this is, it feels a bit drastic to say how we can turn our season around. It's going well. I think we can stop this little blip here with a win. We're away from home. We're better away from home than we are at home. I think they're struggling. We're 4 points behind. I believe I'm correct in saying that. I think. So I think a win closes that gap, but just keeps the pressure on them, and then also I think gives us a little bit of safety between us and the teams below us. I think the last thing we want to do is obviously, statement of the obvious, but I think we want to just keep there or thereabouts, just keep ticking over, and I think this is the game to turn our season around in a drastic sense.
No, absolutely. We've also been joined finally by Luke Chambers, man whose tardiness is always really poor, if I'm being perfectly honest with him. But how are you, Luke Chambers?
I'm very well, thank you, mate. I thought I had everything on time, my surveys, my camera, everything, and then the usual balls up. So yeah, I'm a bit late, but yeah, very good to be here.
There's always one.
Only you, Alex.
Yeah. I was on time. I was folding my washing. I was getting ready. I was, had it all prepped up.
I'm the one rushing back from a bar. I'm usually the one that makes it on time. To be fair, I'm quite.
It's Chris
I just rushed back from a bar of certs. I'll come from my nice and
for nothing all day, basically. How have we had score predictions?
We haven't. Well, we've had a few in the comments. Michael Phillips says 3 points. Matt Butler with a 3-0 win prediction. I'd take that.
I would take that.
Yeah.
Kickoff is upon us. Did you see that stat that about the referee today, guys? About how 29 games he's refed in Primera. Of those, the home team have won 20 times, and the away team have only won twice. I know that possibly doesn't mean anything, but an interesting stat nonetheless.
It is very strange, isn't it, to have a stat like that, I suppose.
And he averages around 6 yellow cards a game. So,
oh well, Merida already.
Yeah.
Pick there, isn't it?
It's
good save.
The face of the referee almost striking already. It's all right, as we learned in the last game when by now me and Luke were talking about a penalty going in. So, and now that game turned out okay. So.
Time check, guys. Time check. 55 seconds.
53.
We're thereabouts this week.
I'm always seem to be a little bit behind.
It's a rare mistake as well from Murillo. That's probably the first time I've ever seen him made a mistake.
Yes.
For us, if I'm being perfectly honest with you.
What do you think of the first sightings of the ground? It looks a beautiful old ground.
Yeah, it's a bit of a sore subject.
Still not quite over that one, is he?
No, I think that might take some time.
But these people there, have they been to Sede Ronda? I don't think they have. So
Right.
It looked stunning. It looked a nice little trip.
it was a nice little trip. I knew what I was getting with lovely Ronda. It's a cool place.
Yeah.
It's very different to it. Though it does have its, Andalusia is everything has its own distinct personality, but Ronda, I don't know, it's just mad. It's like a town on a cliff. It's really, it's cool. Go to Ronda.
What score of the game?
1-1. I literally probably can't tell you anything about the game. It was so bad. The 2 goals came in the last 5 minutes, and I think I missed the equalizer. I think I was just looking at my phone. I was debating whether just to go early and then go when.
Seemed like a beautiful setup, to be fair, as well. But you seem quite far away from the pitch as well, so it's one to have that view in that environment, but then to be so far away from the action can sometimes be a bit frustrating.
Well, I think I put on Twitter or something that it did remind me a lot of the grounds I used to go in Slovakia, because they all had athletic grounds and they all had athletic track and all had mountains, and yes, pretty.
Yeah, slightly better views than the ones that were at Atletico Baleares a couple months ago. That Chris fell in love with immediately.
It's that. Go back to this ground. Just those stands behind the goal are just magnificent.
Yeah,
it reminds me very much of Extremadura. I don't know if any of you guys have been there, but I did an away day once there, and it's very sort of the tall stands, no sort of back cover.
Is Merida from Extremadura? From that
from that region, yeah. It's near Badajoz, isn't it, Matt?
Yeah, it's the capital of Extremadura.
Okay.
Because, I think me and you spoke the other day, Alex, the Extremadura is...
barren.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the town that the football club used to play.
Almendralejo.
God, yeah, that looks... And Extremadura, quite a famous name in football. But it's a nothing place. I know so you know better than me. Yeah, Badajoz and Merida.
I think we worked out that they'd gone out of existence, haven't they, Extremadura, the team?
I think I went down through the old Google hole and could find no trace of a new Extremadura. Happy to be told otherwise.
Yeah, because I remember they had some financial issues not too long ago, and they initially got saved and then, struggled. Sad, really.
Yes.
Always something seems to be going wrong, especially outside of those top 4 La Liga teams that seem to just cycle on with no trouble whatsoever, really.
I mean, it's nigh on impossible to run a football club in these times anyway, but to run a football club in a region like Extremadura where there is not a lot going on. Get rid.
We're not settling at all so far.
No, we're off it here, aren't we? We're massively off it.
These are third bottom, aren't they?
But yeah, they
came out electric here.
I think they've only won 2 games all season. I've got it mixed up with someone else.
No, I think
you're right. Very big sponsor, though. That's what I noticed when I was looking at their kits earlier today. Huge sponsor on the front of it. Obviously, that's dedicated to tourism in Merida as well, which is maybe ironic given what we're saying out loud. But yeah, the kit itself is actually quite nice. I don't mind this black and white kit they were watching.
Just quickly, Nick, because I got told off for this last week, and just to make sure you don't get told off for it, it's very much Merida.
Yeah,
Merida.
Because I'm used to saying Merida, but the accents, it's the accents on the E. And Christian Makowski, when I said I'm going to Merida, He told me off about it, and then it took me a long time for my brain to process it the other way around. So just in case someone in the comments
Yeah,
talks to you.
when Carl steps up with his Duolingo.
Merida. Just in the comments there, guys, we've got obviously a friend of the pod, Jens. Good evening, guys. Carl Smith, he would take a 1-0 victory at the moment. I think based on this, we all would. And Ansten says 3-1 Malaga. I hope Malaga anyway.
Yeah.
It's
a very frantic start, I'd say, as well. It's a very quick pace.
We're not settling at all, are we, really? No. But I was noting this myself when I was putting the lineup together earlier. Out of the options that we have, for example, this is possibly PSS's strongest 11, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's the obvious ones that are missing, but really, it couldn't get much better, could it?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Actually, about only before a half hour before we started recording, I saw the lineup and I was thinking, actually, that looks really good, because we keep hearing about like all these injuries and stuff, which obviously there are a lot of, but as a starting 11, this is really good. And I think I tweeted that I'm a big fan of David Larrubia down the middle, slot in number 10 sort of place. I thought he was really good there against Eldense in the cup game, but then when Aaron Ochoa came on, he shifted out wide and was a bit quieter. But for the first half an hour, he seemed to be having a lovely time of it. He was just sort of shrugging people off and playing nice passes, and was just neat and tidy. So hopefully he steps up there.
I'm not a fan of whoever's idea.
Who needs a performance tonight? What Malaga player we're looking at to really take this game?
I'd say that I think we've probably said it on the pod before, the two centre midfielders, Gennaro and Danny Lorenzo. It's not that they necessarily need a performance, but they've been remarkably inconsistent, haven't they? So nice for them to.
There we go. It was him.
Oh, it's a good header.
I don't like whoever thought of the idea of wearing the third kit, because I don't know about the players, but there's certain, when I'm just at a glance, it's probably because of my really bad eyesight, but sometimes I'm there like, is that a white shirt? Is that a green shirt?
It is. It'll be interesting to think because obviously I think this does actually happen where the players, put their voice in and say, we prefer playing in this shirt, because like purple and green seems a much more obvious distinction from white and black.
How many times have we actually played in this? There were Castellon.
Most. Oh, this shirt. Castellon game. We've won anymore. I think we won against Baleares.
Antequera. No, Antequera was the.
Antequera was 11-9.
Yeah.
Which again, even weird.
They played in green, didn't they?
Didn't we just wave it against Murcia?
No, we wore the home kit against Murcia. I think we wore blue shorts though.
That's right. Yeah. Like I said, we've won a lot more in the lime and the purple and green shirt than the home shirt. It feels like anyway.
Well, it was good to get a win midweek, wasn't it? Obviously, I know that some people aren't massive fans of the cup, but we seemingly in this environment are up for the copper. Put our name on the trophy and all that jazz. But I think even when we look at the way the team has changed here, there's only a handful of players which are.
This is bad. This is oh my god.
Lucky to get
that's terrible. I've got no fear against these.
What were we all saying? 3-0, 4-0?
Exactly. Absolutely. Nothing against this.
Who's that? Give it away. Was it Gennaro?
That kid clearly doesn't have a left foot, whoever that was.
No, definitely.
Oh dear.
Quite noticeably as well, Murillo's playing as a right-sided centre-half, when I think he's regularly been left-sided centre-half.
He definitely has played left when Nelson Montes played. I'd be honest with you, I can't remember.
No, I think he's facilitating. Well, I think, here comes Roberto.
Go on.
So just keep the ball. Off fast.
Oh, you idiot. How can you be offside like that? You can see the whole thing. time.
One
I
of
hate
the things I notice Einar a lot, because I think one of the things I'm going to have to put in the next Malaga Gaga is his black boots.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say the black boots.
Like, because obviously I see him mostly at home, and our home kit is very white.
Yeah.
His black boots stand out a mile off, and I think they're quite cool now, aren't they? It's got full suit
now.
Yeah.
I know that everyone, a lot of people are getting the Skechers vibe at the minute, and Harry Kane's obviously signed that massive, something like a 50-year boot deal or something. But they've just launched like a new blackout version, which I think Einar would very much suit, in my opinion. He's very much a traditionalist by the looks of things, but I think on where Murillo is playing, I think Murillo fills in on the side of whoever is the strongest centre-back alongside him, which is probably a bit disrespectful for Murillo given his performances, but Monte, Einar, you want them to be comfortable, don't you? Because they're you see in your head, so I think that's why he seems to go between on those fronts. But for me, we're taking a long time to get into this game, and
we're not getting into this game. Apart from that head,
I don't think Murillo's definitely been a success story of the season so far. I mean, I didn't expect him to come in and fill in as comfortably as he has been. It's been brilliant.
He has been excellent. He really has been. I tell you what, I know
too much praise, lads, because they always get injured when we give them too much praise. So.
Yeah, well, I was about to say though, Nick was talking about it just before the last attack, and I thought Musa was excellent in the cup game as well.
Yeah.
He really stood out, because I'd sort of thought, because we've seen nothing of him as far as I'm aware this season. I just thought he was on our list of, he's gone, let's just phase him out. But I know he
seems to be very injury prone.
Yeah,
it seems every time he does get a couple of games, then for Malagueño, etc.
He was excellent.
Yeah. I was impressed with all the youngsters though midweek.
I cannot put any of them down. I really thought they were great.
I don't know if I know we'll probably mention the El Dense game on the pod this week and not do a full sort of review of it, but it was just really good fun, that game, I found, because I know we've sort of done the whole, are we up for the cup, not up for the cup, etc. sort of stuff. But I was quite relaxed. I didn't really, if we lost, we lost. And it was just quite fun. And actually, to be honest with you, once we'd taken the lead, I thought, oh no, we're not going to lose. It's like, it just seemed like we were on top. And
it definitely came across on the stream what I was watching. It definitely sent like a bit of a party atmosphere kind of thing. Although,
great.
Yeah,
it was not. It was the best. I'd say one of the best Poquetequilleros of the season in about the 70th minute, because obviously the stadium was just a little bit emptier. So when they pointed each stand, it was really good fun.
A bit quieter, but normal.
No, but it was loud, because it was sort of like, we're pointing at you. We want you guys to sing.
It's when you look through that entire team, and like I said, we'll probably talk about this all on the pod in the week, probably mainly briefly though, because we've got to talk about this game as well. But you look from all the way from front to back, Lopez, Musa, you look at
Bilal looks good every time he plays.
Bilal looked pretty tidy at right back. Eisen Marino and obviously Aaron Ochoa Maloney, who you cannot actually say his short name anymore. I have to say his full name. Just for emphasis. They all looked brilliant, to be fair to them, don't they? Like I say,
a player you already can see really maturing into the team is Antonito.
Yeah.
He's a player who's played 15, 20 games.
I thought the only as well when he came on the
have a word.
Oh, yes. Well, that'll do.
Come on.
So
Kevin. He only played brilliantly through the middle as well on Wednesday. So
Roberto. Looks like
I think that's a penalty. I thought it was a foul.
Yeah, it's in box.
No, I've seen the replay. Yeah. Oh God, who's taking it though? Is it going to be Kevin?
Interestingly, Kevin's not taking it. I mean, he took the last one and scored.
He took a great penalty, Kevin, which you surprised me. I didn't know
here. That's what
I don't like Roberto taking it. I don't feel that.
Mini scarf. Nick, that shirt is a thing of beauty, by the way.
Pardon? It's nice. It's just splendid in all its glory. The rolled up sleeve feel is just
Come on, Roberto.
16th minute, boys. We're all intact. Let's have a big.
Give it 1 second before you celebrate.
I'm going to say, I think I'm a little bit off, to be fair. So I'll wait for you.
Wait. Here we go.
I'll just follow your lead.
No!
Yeah!
No!
Robert, go.
Goal!
Brilliant.
Go.
This is like, to be fair, just look at that crowd. Apart from Dione, who, you know, I'm sure he's a young-looking older fella, but all these lads are just the kids, aren't they, from Málaga?
Yeah.
If you think about it.
I couldn't believe it because obviously at the ground on Wednesday, I've not done extensive research. Actually, I think it was when I saw photos after the game, and I was like, "Is Aaron Ochoa like 12?" He's like, he looks so because in the game
he looked very small. A very small player.
I got quite excited after the game. I might have used the phrase like a Iniesta with Irish blood.
He looked tiny when he was doing that, to be fair. Like you say, his passing was very
That was it. No, I think the exciting thing that I was, because obviously I go back to the tavern high on Victoria and then waiting for Pacharan. And I said the thing I found exciting about him was he gave the ball away quite a lot, actually, but it was passes which were like worthwhile, like, you know, could see what the idea was, and like they were like killer passes he was going for, which we have said repeatedly that's the one thing we're missing. And I've said all along the guy that will do it will be David Larrubia, and he's not fully stepped up to what I thought he would in that sense, as much as I think he's brilliant. But yeah, Aaron Ochoa, we're going like, well, fuck it, I'll just make that pass, and it came off sometimes and it didn't other times.
Well, to carry on the theme of our conversations this week of speaking about the 90s, which Alex doesn't understand, is that it was kind of like when they taught Fulton Reed in the Mighty Ducks to shoot properly. And it's like 1 out of 10, you know, but that 1 out of 10 is a fucking spectacular one, isn't it? So,
yeah.
The Mighty Ducks was a film in the 90s, Alex, junior hockey team that weren't very good and then got good. Great story for...
At some point, you're just going to start making stuff up just to see.
There's a trilogy. You can watch the whole. Well, actually, no. I think there's two, but the third one is a bit different.
We've never been iPads and stuff in the 90s either, Alex.
I was proud of saying
that. You don't know the Mighty Ducks either, Luke. It's one of my favourite ever childhood films.
You don't know who the Mighty Ducks are, Luke?
Yeah.
I suppose you didn't really get television in Yorkshire till
Mighty Ducks, one of my favourite films back in the day.
But do you know what I'm doing now though? My brain's doing that thing like it was earlier in the Discord chat on the Telegram chat. Sorry, trying to put people to things in Panto and stuff and the Lion King, and trying to think which player is which in the Mighty Ducks now.
Well, Herrero is definitely Goldberg. The goalie!
Goldberg.
but I'm surprised. To be fair, I got frowned upon for putting the Mighty Ducks in my top trilogies, to be fair. And I think that was just not the way to do it. Lord of the Rings, great trilogy. The Cornetto trilogy. Mighty Ducks.
What? You've lost me now.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, dear. That's not a foul. That's not a foul.
If he is, we're in trouble. Oh, let's give it our way.
Give it our way.
Thank you for that.
This is about to be the third away win under this Pérez Hernandez referee.
Oh, he's offside. Just.
He's offside.
He slipped anyway, didn't he?
Yeah, he slipped.
One of Merida's 14 million strikers that they have there.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you picked that up on the pod this week, Matt, or we listened to, but we noted that Merida have got 11 strikers on their books.
Oh, no.
9 goals.
That's why. That's why you have strikers. Oh, ball boy's just fallen over.
That is a man who's brilliant at his job.
Well, actually, to be fair to him, as the cameraman, wasn't he? He's just recovered amazingly. Can we give him Biznaga?
Is that? That's not our cameraman, though, is it?
No. He was too excited.
I was just about to say these have got 13 strikers, and these two are the best two out of the lot.
Yeah,
and then
they've
that
just combined to equalise.
Oh, it's coming. It's easy.
I've only just put my phone down from doing all socials. We're gonna do with 4-3 or something here, aren't we?
Yeah, we're gonna be busy. We're gonna be busy tonight, lads. We're gonna be busy.
But again, though, we haven't settled at all.
Well, I think we were. It was a penalty, but that's a good
Where's
pass.
the marking there? It's just have a go, mate.
To be honest, that's Einar again, wrong side of his man.
He's
You know,
sleepy.
Einar is just not performing.
I see better marking at my five-a-side games on a Thursday night.
Do you know what? Is he number 9 for them? Is looking a bit of a pain in the arse. Actually, seems to be getting quite a lot of joy. I think he's number 9.
Go on. Decent.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oof. You can tell they've just switched the lights on as well, can't you?
Yeah, I was thinking that. I thought it was
Fucking lights on now, have they?
I was looking at my beer thinking, is that me or? Is it?
Oh dear. 1-1 then between Merida and Málaga Club de Football.
But
Yeah.
I've seen Carl in the comments, some great showboating from the camera guy. That was incredible. So recovery of falling on his arse and then straight up.
Go on. Skin him. Put the ball in the back. Put it in the box.
Where's his help?
Come on.
Fucking, he's got no chance. That's good.
I'm going for it. Right. No, come on. If the first one was a penalty, that one's a penalty, sure.
I'll have to see that again. That looked.
I was less confident
I
about
thought
that.
they had the ball. I couldn't believe he's come out with that.
How is that a foul for them? He's not even jumping for the ball.
I think this referee is going to be a bit of a nuisance.
This was going to be his third win.
Yeah.
He's all gone to pot this.
I was just about to say that.
I don't believe in all of that. So if I don't give it any attention, it's not true.
So if this goes tits up, we blame Alex Ashmore.
No, blame the ref. Well, the grass was too long. Or too soft,
Well, that
or
one
too-
of the worst free kicks ever.
It was too
Cheers, lad.
cold, too warm.
Keep the ball. Get hold of the ball.
Go on. No.
They are running everywhere though.
They really are. Really are.
And they see there wasn't there. It's just straight away pressed. Ourselves.
Wait till minute 60 or 70 when they start to tire and we can pick them up.
Hope so.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed. It kind of feels like we're being pay pressed to
Oh,
effect.
So I know you've all pretty much answered it in these conversations. What, halfway through the first half now? What's everybody thinking, Matt?
I don't think we've been very good. I just think I think we did. You know, it was a penalty, but that was very much against the run of play, and I'll take it. Yeah, these guys look like I don't know. They look pissed off. And why are they pissed off with us? They just look like they want to run at us.
These wanted a Saturday kick-off as well. These will be filming.
So
That's why they're angry.
Sunday.
Alex, obviously, I'm guessing you guys are thinking the same.
That's a hell of a little following for a 4-hour trip, that isn't it? On a Sunday night.
It's not 4 hours. It's longer than that.
I know it's all the ultras are out.
maybe there's a good karaoke bar open on a Sunday night in Merida, so they won't.
I thought somebody would have hit us with a karaoke pun about Malaga's performance so far. Then no, came to me.
Really, the thing that came to me was I just thought of the song "Living in America," but living in Merida. And
Yeah, it
James
could work.
Brown's
It could work.
living in
What
Merida.
else do you think so far in terms of the play and the result? And
If
don't
we
think
lose
we've really
this-
turned up in Merida, yeah, have we? That's the
Well,
problem.
If we lose this game, can we call the pod a load of Merida instead of Merida?
Yes. And you're such a language student there, Alex. I got this.
mucho Merida.
No,
Yeah,
what are you doing? Oh, you stupid.
Yeah.
Like you were saying earlier, we really need to win this. I mean, obviously we've lost a bit of ground, but Intercity and Recreativo are well up our arse right now.
Yeah. Well,
And then from losing 2 games all season or whatever to, well, we are 7th, although we've lost twice all year. Or, you know what I mean?
I can do some scouting on Intercity next week. I'm going to watch them play Real Madrid Castilla.
Very nice. Very nice.
You had 26 minutes.
I definitely did it.
Jovel's still in play, boys. Jovel's still in play. Just wait.
Where is it you're studying, Alex?
But to be fair, at this point, this lifts Merida up to 4 from bottom. But, this is a team that, have only won once in the last 5 games. Do you know what I mean? Like, they should be...
Well, they won their last game.
This.
I can honestly say that these are not the worst team we've played all season. These actually seem relatively decent.
I mean, compared to Alcoyano and San Luqueño.
Yeah. Well, maybe like you said, Alex, we've seen it several times this season where come 50, 60 minutes, they're blowing.
Yeah, hopefully.
I mean, even your likes of Atletico Baleares. They ran the bollocks off to start with.
Yeah, I think a few people have done that to us, to be fair. But, you are right, Luke. You got to start looking. We always wanted to make sure we were part of that front 3 pack. And even at the minute, if we get 2 points here, we'd have to win, I think, 4-5-0 to go above Cordoba into those top 3 places. But already you start to see that maybe actually we've got a bit of a 2-horse race now. Ibiza and Castellón are up the top there. Castellón just ahead on goal difference as well. But, we've got a lot of catching up to do now, and only a few weeks.
When you think about it, we created a Cordoba monster, really, haven't we? I mean, they are absolutely on fire at the moment.
If we win, we have to win. Yeah, you're right, Nick. 5-0. God.
We believe.
Yeah.
But in that case, we would need the ball and we would need to shoot.
To be fair, though, fun fact, we've got the best defence in the league.
Yeah.
I don't know how, because we've not had a solid partnership.
Weirdly, it was, and I don't know if it's changed this weekend. Alcoyano were the other team that had the best. We were joint with them. I don't know how they've done this.
Yeah, Alcoyano have conceded now 16 goals. We've conceded 10. Algeciras are the second best. Algeciras are the second best with 12.
I mean, when you think about it, we've lost 2 games all season. We've got the best defensive record. We have people flying from all over Europe and traveling on trains to Malaga to watch our great Malaga play at home. And we get stuffed.
I mean, stuffed, didn't we?
Yeah, as far as standout
any loss feels like a stuffing.
I feel sorry for Malia. Bottom of the table, won once, lost 12, conceded 27.
Grim time to be a Melia fan.
Yeah.
I actually saw Intercity today, Alex. They won 3-2 again with a 95th minute winner.
Wow.
Didn't they win out in Ibiza, if I remember rightly, as well?
Yeah, 3-1. Yeah, 3-1.
Who are they playing?
Sueta.
Okay. And Real Madrid Castilla drew with Recreativo Granada.
Well, Intercity, now I've not gone to Merida. I am going to Intercity away. I'm flying back. I'm going to fly from the UK after Christmas and fly probably straight to Alicante for it.
Did you say you're going to try and do a Hercules game as well?
Oh, I'd like that, yeah. I'd love to go to her. I don't know. Their ground always looks amazing, I think. I'd love to go there.
When you fly into Alicante, you can see it as you fly in.
Yeah, you can see it from most parts of Alicante. It's fucking huge. It's like this stadium with those like huge stands, but the stands are huger.
If you were to have gone to Merida, Matt, what was the route? Was it like a direct train or was it changing somewhere?
A change in Sevilla.
Oh, okay. And how long?
It was 6 hours. hours with like a 1 hour wait in Sevilla.
Okay.
Can you drive, Matt?
Yeah, I can't imagine. I don't know what my license is.
Would you ever be tempted to if you had a car? Would you be a lot more open to driving the distances, or is it you prefer when you get there?
whilst necking his drink.
No train bays in the back of a car, is there? But
No.
I've done from Marbella to Sevilla, and it's not too bad a drive. About 3 hours. It's not
3 hours. Yeah,
that
I've
bad.
been on like trips.
But I always find with Spanish motorways, if you're on the Costa del Sol, that front, that autopista, bloody Mediterranean, whatever it's called, that's jam packed. But if you go a bit further inland, you can go for about 40 miles without seeing another car. You just don't seem to use them.
Yeah, I think that
Finish.
Yes.
That's a good finish.
David La Rubia.
Vamos.
Goal. Oh, he played for them last year, didn't he? I was wondering why.
Yeah, that's why he did the.
Fuck it, David.
Just to show you how much I don't believe in all the sort of curses and stuff. This is about to be the third win under this ref for the away team.
Too early.
Who had the assist?
He knows. He knows. This might be Merida's problem. They're going hell for leather, but like we broke them down twice, not really playing very well. They might be too hectic going one way and not very good at the back.
Well, that was it. They're all there. Look how many of them converge.
Yeah, exactly.
4 of them jump
I don't know if you noticed earlier. Well, no, you did notice earlier because we said it was a penalty. 3 of them went to Kevin earlier, and 3 of them have gone to him again. So let's just chuck the ball to Kevin. I don't know if they've done some sort of DIY scouting on him and have just decided he's the one that's going to dribble. And yeah, it's because it was really noticeable earlier. Like because obviously I was a bit worried for little Kevin, but all these people were going to bully him.
How tall is Kevin, Matt? He's not very tall, is he?
We're good friends. He's probably, I think he's about my height. I think there's not much difference.
I say that anyone standing next to me is tiny. Yeah.
Little Luke.
I was standing at the airport this afternoon, saw some little point at my shoes and tap his dad on the shoulder and go, "Dad, look at those shoes." Obviously in Spanish.
What, shoes or the big?
Yeah, they're just probably about the size of his torso.
Come on, where is he?
Oh, that's a lovely ball.
Right, go on.
Manu Molina would be happy with that.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Manu anyway?
He's injured, muscle injury. It was a long-winded one in some sort of
quad, basically, in or his calf. Quad or
I love how technical the Spanish put it when they announced an injury.
So him and Juan Hernandez both have an injury, a muscle injury. So obviously they weren't in the squad anyway. But out for this game.
It's always a risk when you're that ilk and you're just spraying passes left and right, and you're a maestro of your craft. You put yourself up for it. But if I'm honest with you,
that's nice.
Maybe that's why he got injured, because he's not used to putting passes that actually go to his players, his teammates. So he had to put in that extra effort.
I love how I've got Alex on my side here as well.
That's fine.
It's a good 2-on-2.
It was a pass on target on Mahami.
At the end of the season, we need a real debate. A 2-on-2, the Manu Molina season.
Give me Manu Molina over Josebed any day.
Go on, Roberto. Yeah, I'll give that. Yeah.
Here he is.
Is that 2-on-2 debate? Go on.
Oh my God. Clear play to that defender.
Is that a 2-on-2 debate when we win the league and Chris has to go through with his promise?
Oh God, I don't even know what's his promise. So I want to know.
He said, and this is a quote on the WhatsApp group the other day: if we win the league, he'll do the podcast with a vibrator up his ass.
Oh, yes, I did say that. I did say that. Sorry, I forgot about that.
When we met Chris, last Sunday when we met Chris, he for Cocktail Sunday, I went to the toilet and Laura on about obviously what she does as a job. So Chris has said, he goes, I fucking hate dentists. He says, I would rather have a prostate exam than go to the dentist. And then Laura says, what? Like, your finger up your ass? I says, yes, I hate the fucking dentist.
I'm liking your Chris Marquez impression, by the way.
I was like that a little bit. I was like, "It's Chris turned up?"
I do it regular.
It was sort of if Chris Marquez sort of mixed with Arnold Schwarzenegger a little bit.
I don't like the dentist.
I hate the dentist.
I hate the dentist.
I not brush my choppers.
Go the only.
All right, now they're getting tired. Now we're
getting involved.
I think these have exploded now, haven't they? They've exploded.
They've had their fun.
They've had their day out.
Yeah.
I tell you what, one thing, just going back to Kevin, like last week, although we were shit, I do believe that every time Kevin gets the ball, there is a bit of excitement with him. Oh, yeah. I mean, again, I think he was the only player last week.
I was waiting for Matt Harrison to go.
But like now you do feel like give him the ball.
What game were we talking about here?
San Luquenio.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I was thinking of the Mercia game, and I was like, yeah, we were really good, but I forgot that Sally Kane had come.
Yeah, I think we all forgot it.
Yeah, he was actually he got better as the game went on. Actually.
Yeah,
he was a bit again, like I think a bit like I said about Aaron, he was trying to make things happen and not always coming off. But
who's
Aaron?
Who's Aaron?
Aaron Ochoa. I'm not. Aaron Ochoa.
The whole name. You've got to be respectful.
Got to be that Maloney.
Island.
Do we know how much Irish there is there, or
half and half?
Is he just an Irish family, or
he looks Irish though? That's the thing.
When he had the Guinness tattoo down his arm and all that,
he proper looks like. I would find it disconcerting when he starts speaking to me in Spanish. Let's put it that way. I find it very worrying because I'll be like, and I bet it is a proper Irish Spanish twang to it as well. To be sure. What's that?
I'm more out than a Joa.
We were building up for that.
Una mesa para cuatro, por favor.
Kevin Bridges.
Yeah.
Kevin
I don't know very little about Spanish, but we all know this.
In answer to your question, Michael, they've suspended the game and they've asked all fans to start leaving the stadium.
Was that the Granada game?
Yeah.
Yes, because I was watching that in the bar just before I came here, and I could see the pictures, but I didn't know what the pause was, and I had to read up on it. It's horrible.
I saw something on Twitter that the officials were taking a lot of stick for it because apparently the linesman and referee were made aware of what was happening, but proceeded the play for, it must have only been 20 seconds or something, maybe.
Why did he stop it?
It heart attack in the crowd or something. But I think it were bad.
They said a car of emergency, so I'm guessing so.
Yeah, my friend texted me just asking if I knew what had happened. I didn't watch it out.
Is that again nothing? Is that something that should stop a game or should?
That's what I was just asking. I get why it's suspended and stuff, but I'm sure that's happened before. And
unless it is what it is here, like Paul's put in the bet that actually they discovered that he'd passed away and he couldn't be resuscitated. But usually with heart attacks, it's not as instantaneous as the thing, do they? But obviously we wish their family the best and all the people that were around them and all that jazz. But it's not something you usually abandon a football game for, in my opinion.
I've only just seen in the comments that Carl put is Chris from Russia.
I think Carl's been harsh. I thought I first, especially the first few words, I thought you were there.
Oh, that's fucked up. Yeah, it was.
I feel like it feels two sides to it. I feel like it feels not enough to stop a game of football, but then also does it feel a little bit disrespectful to just carry on while they're carrying a dead body out of the stadium?
I think in terms of this incident, it has to stop. You know, a death. I mean, anybody sat around that person. But,
that's true.
I mean,
that's true.
How many? I mean, obviously, it's always happened in crowds, but it's only really happened in terms of games getting stopped in the last 5 years, kind of thing.
Oh, where are we going with this, Luke? You're not going to go down.
Yeah, in that time.
It happened at a Liverpool game last year between us and Bromley and one of their fans. Or I think it was one of their fans.
Who was Alex? Is this Real Madrid versus Bromley or?
No, I've been to a Bromley away game with Bromley fans actually.
This was Yeovil Bromley.
Oh, Yeovil.
There we go. 21 minutes on the clock.
We drew 2-2 with Dartford yesterday. 7 points clear at the top now.
And you absolutely hammered them on stats because I had them on my bet, and you went 2-1 down, didn't you?
Yeah, we had so many chances, and we just didn't. Yeah, but I think we're going through that sort of mid-season sort of shaky performance. But we're still 7 points clear.
It was nice this past week. Shameless plug coming here to do a podcast with Alex about football, and for me to go talk about Yeovil, Alex, and he just go talk, and not people. What are we doing?
So what podcast for this one, Matt?
For Team for Kuwait, great podcast.
We should have like a bingo card set up.
Right. Well, I think there's only one more thing on the card. Matt's not mentioned any footballing uncles yet.
I did actually. I think you might have interrupted me. I was gonna, when you were talking about Cordero earlier, I did start saying great uncle, like top uncle.
Full house. Full house.
Luke, also, you haven't mentioned anything about Wetherspoons.
Who's that?
I actually stayed in a Wetherspoons last night.
He texted me
What?
Yeah, honestly.
Wetherspoons, I'll get you around.
The hotel in Ripon is actually a Wetherspoons.
Oh, yeah, I've actually been to that Wetherspoons.
Honestly, it's a dated one. To be fair, it's called the Unicorn, but there's a bar just around the corner, and one of the best bars I've ever been to for sports and stuff. But it's got Wetherspoons prices as well.
Exciting music,
probably Yorkshire.
I know how to treat a lady. As a Merida equalize.
Offside.
Yes,
I know. What the referee said.
Poor defending again. Poor defending.
It remains 2-1 to Malaga.
Let me know when you get to Wetherspoons and send me your table number. I'll think because you can obviously do it for the app. And I read a story about that lady who got 80 pints sent to her as well. And he just takes back saying, "Oh, we're not going there. We're staying there." I was like, "What?" Yeah, no, our hotel's the Wetherspoons. I was like, makes sense. That's fair.
I want to explain that to Chris Marquez. Which doesn't understand Wetherspoons.
I once ordered my mates a glass of milk to their table after I found out their table number.
We got sent peas, a lot of peas once. About 13 portions of peas.
It's like a whole. The Guardian did a whole article on this last weekend. It was quite interesting for me because I've been away a bit now, and I knew this thing happened. But there's a whole Facebook group dedicated to it, and people raising money for homeless people and stuff doing it. It was quite a nice article about I thought it was just some sort of stag do mentality, but yeah, it was nice. I'm all for it.
You used to get all sorts of stuff to it.
Don't think I'd love it.
Because peas are all a little pot of peas, at least all 20p.
Yeah. A fried egg. You can regularly serve a fried egg.
Just a single fried egg on a plate.
The thing is, we've done it before quite a few times. When you sat in a Wetherspoons, you just pick somebody out who just looks a bit different and just order some shit, an egg, peas, milk,
Yeah. And that's the story of how.
Obviously, I'm from Yorkshire, so it's
Doncaster.
it's the cheaper things what we order. We don't get out dear.
I saw my dad's comment on your Twitter post
Yeah.
4 days ago the other week.
Your dad's after me and Laura. We're very impressed though that he remembers that we're from Doncaster. Like it's drilled in.
Yeah. Once you let on where you're from, that's the angle.
We just loved it. We loved it the day after the Alcayano game. We're just walking down the street. Next thing, the Doncaster guys. And then he hit us with, I understand that the museum's that way as you two are walking the other way. Right. You're so correct.
I think you've had a few Welsh jokes, haven't you, Matt?
Yes.
My dad.
Yes. Nice one. No, I don't think I have anything mocking.
No,
I think
no.
I seem to remember talking about Margaret Thatcher and coal mines a lot with him, but I think
Yeah,
that was some jokes. That was quite serious topics.
Not up our end.
If there's anything my dad loves doing, it's criticising Tories and shouting obscenities about the royal family because he hates both of those things.
I'll go for the former. I'm not actually that bothered about the royal family. They don't really do much for me, but they don't really offend me either. But
just go back to my homeland. I don't think I retweeted it yesterday, but my friend Di Williams, who I went to school with, who was the producer on Alan Brazil's TalkSport show. He messaged me or tweeted me last night. He was in a bar in Cardiff drinking Victoria. So Victoria has made it to Wales. I've not seen Victoria in Wales ever in a quite fancy bar in Cardiff Bay.
I think the weirdest place I've seen Victoria was in a pub in Devon that was about an hour outside of Exeter, in the middle of in the middle of Dartmoor, and it's the last thing I expected to see. But the couple, they used to live in Malaga, so oh dear, no.
Get up.
I think when we were on about the one of the other weeks, it's so refreshing not having the VAR. I know something like that. Now we'd be sat here shit in a sense, thinking, is he going to bring it back? Now he's just like, nope, that's it.
Yeah.
Although we could be 3-1 up with VAR.
Yeah.
Could well be.
It has its positives and negatives.
The referee has got a very striking haircut as well.
Yeah, it's very crude. Do
you know, he looks a bit like, and I can't. What's his name? Eugene Levy's kid. What's his name? The comedian? I can't think of his name. You know, Eugene Levy from American Pie and
his actual kid, or
no, his kid. He was in Sex Education recently. That was the last thing I'm picturing. He was in. You know, he's quite a famous comedy actor in America. I can't think of his first name. He looked a bit like him then from a distance.
I think the referee he looks very actor,
so it's made him sort of hoping the refs got a few flourishes now.
How is Gennaro getting himself bloody pickpocketed there like that? Tell you what, I did go out and buy today in multiple packs some Alhambra Reserva. And as much as I love Victoria, I am really, 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 really enjoying Alhambra Reserva at the minute.
Rocket fuel.
It is rocket fuel.
As is the picture of our group chat on WhatsApp, me tweeting to Victoria.
So I've managed to get 16 bottles of them today.
Where'd you get it? Because I've only ever seen it in like Majestic Wines and all that.
Yeah. Majestic wine. This is where the math slips a little bit for me because we went to Waitrose, and then we went to Majestic, and then I got a box. It was the last box as well, so I'm going to get the whole bloody thing. And then they also had some singles just knocked out on the stand. And I went, I'm going to get some of them as well, so I don't have to come back to this bourgeois. Place.
Have I unwittingly called you out for being ever so slightly posh?
What are we doing? Well,
they're waving their seats at them.
Tell you what, I was just on the half time. Then I'm thinking, what? Somebody's done that already. It's a Mr. Chris Marquez, the boss man. He's doing his work. Well done, Chris.
Where is Chris? Is he in a sweet shop or something?
I'm not sure, but knowing Chris, Knowing Chris, he'll design it all. Then he'll say, "Can somebody post that? Can't you do it? You've done it."
I've put a whole draft in. I've written the tweet out. Can someone just press
Something like. There you go.
Where is Chris?
He sent it now.
Is Chris just at home then? Is he chilling?
Did he have family? Or
Family.
His
There's a lot of
his
family.
wife
I think his wife and child are coming back tonight.
Yeah, that would.
Right.
And by the sounds, it's hanging out of his ass as well. So.
Yeah, he said today I must go. What was it? He said I must go hard tonight or something. Like that.
So what do we think then, guys, in terms of the half, the performance? Have Malaga really got going? Are we confident we're going to go on and get the 3 points?
Yes, I think I am now. At 1-1, I was a bit nervous, but now I'm confident. I don't think they've got much left in them.
No.
Yeah, I think we have got going, but I think just another gear or so, and I think we can put more past these. I feel like they're lucky, aren't they? That we haven't seen it back. That clearance off the line was incredible, actually. How that defender
really good.
Get off, and because it's so hard at him to get over the bar. It's just these. It's just showing on the highlights now. These like crosses, low crosses from wide seem to be our undoing.
I was going to say, I will be a lot more comfortable with a 2-goal cushion at this moment in time. I think it doesn't take a lot for them to at least try and get one back. And then, especially late on or something like that would be the killer for me. So another goal maybe just after half-time, that make me feel a little bit better. I'm still a little bit nervous about Merida in this, guys. Because they seem up for it when they get the ball, to be fair.
Yeah, they're quite a fun team, I think. I hope they do well.
I do think there's every chance of these running out of steam as well.
Well, there's a lot more gaps opening, isn't there? There's definitely finding our way through.
You'd like to think that Malaga's got a lot more to come. Like we say, we haven't really turned up yet.
The fact of that there where Larubia's put the ball in the back of net, and at the time when he hits the ball, there are 7 white shirts in the box plus a goalkeeper. It says everything you need to know about their defending. To be fair, one of their gajillion strikers is what makes me nervous. But if we just keep the ball from them and maybe get some of the structure of passing and possession back that we're usually quite good at, to be fair, then we should be able to keep them at arm's length. I think Alex keeping me at arm's length.
I think I said about Lorenzo and Gennaro needing to step up. I think they still need to step up, to be honest with you, and just sort of control. It seems to be there's not a lot going on in the middle of the pitch for either team. It just seems to shoot back and forth. So it was quite a good game.
What do we think of Danny Lorenzo's season? Say in terms of a rating out of 10, what would we be looking at?
5. I guess there's been.
I like him. I enjoy watching him, but he very much goes under the radar. You don't really seem to notice him too much, I think. Well, maybe that's the role in the team that he plays.
And to be honest with you, I'm saying 5 with me thinking towards 4 more than thinking towards 6.
I think the way we were talking about them at the start of the season in terms of like who we should be counting on for this year, he was very much at the top of our list to be the star performer, the man who's going to get us promoted. And he's been so far from that and so inconsistent, unfortunately, that he's doing himself a disservice, really. And the problem is, from his perspective, is that not only have you got players in that position to come back in, your Sangalis and your Manu Molinas, etc. He's also got young kids up his arse now as well, even younger kids, dare I say. Yeah,
we not use that phrase.
Yeah, that's what he's got.
Remember, we're live on YouTube here.
People put up the rear that ready to take his spot as well. Yeah, Aaron Joe Maloney says now stakes claim. Izan Marino, did absolutely no. Ramon's coming back in. Antonito. So it's gonna get busy in there, and unfortunately, he's the player that's losing out for me so far.
It definitely is. I mean, say for example, in terms of this starting 11 tonight, if somehow we get promoted, how many of that starting 11 is good enough to play in Segunda, do we think? I mean, we're talking Herrero, definitely.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's completely out of depth there. It depends what you want to do in Segunda. I think naturally, like players that go up a league, they do go up a level in the next league because they're sort of forced to. There's no one that's like, I guess we could argue people like Gennaro, etc., came down with us, so maybe they're not good enough. I don't know, but there's no one I just think would be completely out of their depth.
No. Yeah, we won't be a million mile off.
I
just don't think we've really got going so far this season, which sounds silly after the results what we've had, etc., and where we are in the league.
I think we have got going, but I think you can sort of see frustrations there, and you think there's something a bit more about this team. I think they can be a bit faster and a bit more sharp. I think we're very, very good, but I do know what you mean. You can see if it's clicked, but it's like, I don't know, an Uber click. It's like,
the fact is we've still got those big players still missing, haven't we? And some of them for long term as well. Even just look at six first team players not involved at the minute. And really, you're only going to see, a few of them coming back sooner rather than later. Obviously, Hightam out for a long period of time. Sangali, he was brilliant, but hairline cracking your calf bone is a bit of a killer one, really. And one day, we might get him back, but how long is he going to be back for? That's the problem. So, I think January is going to be a big month for us. He's just doing some cleaning in the background. January is going to be a big moment for us in terms of if we do what we did last season. Because if I remember rightly, we didn't sign anyone in January last year, did we?
No.
Did we get somebody last minute?
Didn't we sign Lago Junior?
Lago Junior, yeah.
Lago Junior and Arvin Appiah, that was it, wasn't it? They were the two that came in. So again, if we do something like that, and we end up with not signing players in the right spots, because we're clearly screaming out for another striker.
100%.
Yeah, because they sort of, it was implied, wasn't it, that we're going to sign a replacement for Hightam, which again, I don't know if that's the part we need to fill in. I think it is a striker. Yeah, I
think out wide we're all right, really. Again, these youth players are like new signings, Antonito, etc. So I think Nick said it midweek or before. What are we actually going to go out and sign? A 31-year-old Segunda reject kind of thing on loan, or do we put full faith in players like Antonito?
No, well, that's it. You want to go and sign someone who's not going to be a mercenary. I think that's been the problem for Malaga for so long now, is that they keep signing players that, if you look back through their career, they've maybe played for multiple teams. Some of them 5, 6, 7, 10 teams, and you go, well, obviously it's a job for all of them, but obviously you're just picking up a paycheck and you're happy to bounce from club to club to do that. Whereas actually, if we had intention and we were thinking, right, we need to find someone that we're going to go up, you'd go to someone like Antequera and take their top goal scorer and stick him in our system. I think their top goal scorer is 8 goals this year compared to Roberto Dioni, who scored I think it's 4 or 5 is the max. Or you go even higher up and you have a look and say, if you're going to get somebody on loan, let's go and have a look at the top academies, Villarreal, your athletic clubs, your Sociedads, and say, bring them to Malaga. Your Real Sociedads, I should say, before I get told off.
I was about to say.
I could just see that out of the corner of my eye. Matt was like...
I totally agree with that. Something what did surprise me midweek is I saw quite a lot of negativity towards Sergio Pellicer. He's the right man for us still, surely, isn't he? I mean, I love him.
I don't get this thing with him. When he came in, I know people I liked as well. I loved Victor Sanchez Del Amo, great manager. But that Malaga team was floundering and I think we're in the relegation zone when Sergio Pellicer took over. Saved them. Then the next season, not the most exciting football, but again, lots of issues in that, as we've said before, in the club. Pretty safe early on that season. It sort of fell apart a bit towards the end, but generally safe. Then left for whatever his reasons were, which sounds like they were personal reasons. And then, the team he took over last year was all over the shop. And, if we'd had him a month maybe earlier, I think he would have kept us up. I don't see what Malaga fans can want more from him. And I sort of got a little bit with, I don't know, maybe style of play, but the year, when he had a full season, but I think we're playing, we're not Pep Guardiola's Man City or whatever, but I think we're playing fine.
Yeah, definitely.
Not dull, I don't think.
I always think it's nice now that we've actually got a manager, we've got stability. You all know past seasons, what we've had when we've had 3 and 4 managers a season. It's not a football club, but it's like that in my eyes.
And again, it's not the most important thing, I guess, in regards of as us as football fans. He just seems a good guy as well. I like the fact we've got a nice guy as our manager, and I think he's perfect for the young team we have. And there might be a better manager out there that we could, roll the dice with, but I just think it's all just neat and tidy at the moment. And why? Fair enough if people wanted to change manager and we were sinking, but we're not. And this league is going to have. This league does have the right to win it.
From the outset, obviously being ourselves, etc., there just feels like a real togetherness about this team. And maybe that's because they all trust the manager, which is, I don't know, if he's brought through the youth, maybe like a second father figure. We've all had it in football.
Yeah, exactly.
It does help that we are doing well. I think, the better you are doing, the more likely you are to be together as a group. Obviously, if we were sitting in mid-table, I think there'd be a lot more sort of news about cliques in the squad or whatever. But I do think, a manager like Pellicer, he's had the time to develop the sort of team he wants, and he's not been allowed to spend any money. So, sitting 4th in the table after not spending any money is pretty decent.
No, yeah, but then I suppose, like you say, we're doing well, and that's creating team harmony. But then you could just flip that the other way around, couldn't you? The Pellicer created team harmony so that we're doing well. I don't know which way around it is, but I think
it's a lot easier to have that team harmony when you are winning.
When he came in and took over from Pepe Melli, he seemed to come in and create a culture straight away. With that affinity to the company, and he didn't take any shit from anybody as well. Players that were on big contracts and that had come in the summer and they were just basically told, "You're not involved anymore. We'll see you later." Even the summer one, really, behind the scenes, we don't know what's going on, but those contract negotiations with the likes of Ruben Castro, the more I look at it, I think Castro was looking for something. I think Castro would have stayed if the money was right, but clearly it wasn't. So instead of being upset about it and not getting on or falling out the board, Pellicer has just gone, right, no worries, I'll get my head down. Same with Escassi. He clearly wanted to keep Escassi, but he's not kicked off about it. He's not gone thing. He's just cracked on with it. And that's what you need, isn't it? My understanding is he doesn't have the greatest relationship with Loren, but he doesn't need to have a great relationship with Loren because at the end of the day, his team are responding to what he's doing. Every time they put a player in there, they're buying into Pellicer's philosophy and what he wants. Yeah, it could be a bit more exciting. But
we, of course, good. But I think with all those things you said there about respect, I think we sort of joked about it at the time, but sort of got it. Like the whole thing where when he came in and players were getting sent off all the time, and every time someone got a booking, they were subbed at half time. But that was a pretty ballsy and good move in the end. And I think that's when results started turning because the players then were more disciplined on the pitch because they know, I want to play football. I've not really seen a manager do that strategy before, but I think it worked really well. And he sort of done it a little bit this year, less so, but yeah.
I mean, I fully think what you do, Matt. If he were there a month earlier, then we had every chance of us staying up, etc. Even last year, I think there was a real togetherness under Sergio, what there probably wasn't before.
Yeah, and like we've talked about the sort of the growth of away following amongst the fans, and that sort of came towards the end of PSA. Maybe that would have happened without PSA, but that sort of fan club team link. Like I know the players got booed and stuff. It's an interesting sub.
Sanchez is
Very
come
interesting.
on La Rubia.
I'm trying to work out. So I'm going to say Victor Garcia's gone up the
Push
pitch.
Victor forward, yeah.
Maybe Kevin as number 10. I don't know.
Maybe he may have put Dione central with Roberto, maybe.
Yeah, I think
Victor on the left, Kevin right, maybe.
Yeah,
Sanchez
that's
is
probably
on the left. He's gone straight into left midfield.
It looks like, Danny Sanchez is on the 8.
I think they'll.
Actually, guys, thinking about this, something's not right because Juanpe is actually playing.
Yeah,
Juanpe just made that tackle. So I think it's just La Rubia for Juanpe. I think times FPF TV have maybe just made a name up there.
But no, Danny Sanchez has come on as well because he's number 18 and he wasn't starting.
So Victor has been withdrawn.
Come on, tell us what's going on.
I hope that's nothing serious.
Let me have a look on.
I think David LaRubia is feeling out a bit.
Carl just put in the comments that LaRubia was actually down for a while.
Okay.
So
I seem to remember that.
Kevin's gone off. It's Kevin that's been withdrawn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that. I think that is more precautionary, isn't it? He's missed a bit recently.
Possibly. But Danny Sanchez onto left midfield. But again, after the way that Achua played at the weekend, why wouldn't you stick him on and let him have a run at people rather than a left back playing at left wing?
So just confirming on Malaga's Twitter that it was actually La Rubia for Danny Sanchez and Juanpe for Kevin. So they must be changing it up a bit, formation-wise, would you say?
No, I don't think Kevin's gone off. I thought he was pretty good that half.
It's got to be a knock or something, hasn't it?
I don't. Yeah. I think he has had a couple of knocks recently, hasn't he? So maybe just precaution. I don't know.
But that in there, you've got 3 centre midfielders in there with Juanpe, Gennaro, and Danny Lorenzo. So you've got at least we have 5 in the midfield.
Offside. Oh, what an awful finish!
Sugar honey iced tea.
He was really good. What game? Yeah, it was the cup game, wasn't it? Juanpe, I thought was really good as well.
Yeah. It looks like.
I think Danny's just gone where Kevin was, to be fair.
We did this behind Roberto.
Yeah.
In a number 10 role. But then. So Kevin and David LaRubia have gone off.
Well, look how high Hocking is playing there as well, though, to be fair. Maybe Victor has got into a back 3, maybe? Yeah, but look how central Victor is here now.
Yeah.
So we put a back 3 with Einar, Murillo, and Victor. Sanchez and Hocking as wing backs.
Oh. Tell you what, then, maybe Kevin isn't precaution. Maybe PSA just wants to have a crack with this formation to...
I mean, we all did agree we wasn't very good in that first half, so maybe like we've just been talking about it. Maybe it's like
there were lots of holes in those 2 centre backs, weren't there? So
I think that's what it is. Maybe we're getting a little bit overrun by their attacking players.
No, so it's okay with me. I don't mind that switch.
Hey, if that's the case, I'm fully behind it. Anything to get these 3 puntos.
But to be honest with you, if we can pull this off, we've just been talking glowingly about Sergio PSA. I do like it when we can sort of switch formations half time in the game and stuff. Because he was good at that last as well, to be fair.
I mean, also, what a lot of people say, but they must also forget we've lost one game away from home this season, and that were against the team who's whipping everybody and sit comfortably at top of the league. So,
and as
these
I
away
think we've
performances,
One.
I think
One.
judging based on the live streams, we've had much more fun away from home than what we do at home.
And I think we've said on the podcast a few times that game against Castellon could have easily fallen our way. It was not like we got absolutely smashed.
Is I'm not being stupid, but this is a sort of fairly new thing for Dione to play just behind Roberto.
Don't
think
I think he's been there before, but it's not often.
Right.
I think sometimes we don't actually know where Dione's playing. Like we've said, we've seen him at right back, left back, holding midfielder. He's everywhere where he should be.
It's wherever the Bocadillo tells him to go. That's
He just goes off smell. If he smells something in the stand, he's like, "Oh, I'm going over
there." Where's the kiosk?
But this is important for a result because I'm just looking at the table now. This keeps us fourth, and if we can get another 4 goals, we'll go above Cordoba. But it just keeps that gap to Algeciras. So obviously that's a massive game next weekend, really, isn't it?
Huge, yeah.
With them doing, hot in form as well. Only 5 points now off Castellon and Ibiza. It's not a bad gap at all, really. Less than 2 games.
I know absolutely zero about Algeciras as a footballing club this season, but every time I think I'm playing them, I just imagine we're going to play like a team like Stoke. Because just having been to Algeciras, it feels like it can't be anything sexy we're coming up against there.
They've got the second best defense in the league, so maybe it'll be a 0-0 written all over it sort of day. And I think that's our last game before the Christmas break, isn't it? There's no other games.
Yeah.
So I think I'd be happy going into the Christmas break with a win in this one, and I'd be happy with a point against Algeciras. Obviously, a win would be brilliant, but I think a successful end to the Christmas period is, going in with a draw or 2 wins.
You told me we'd be in playoffs and not, absolutely miles off the top for Christmas. I would have said absolutely.
It's a good job we're not like 8th and 3 points behind.
It's when you look at it as well. Like if we was in the Grupo 1, we'd be top of the league. Yeah. And when you look at the shit points what we have given away this season, we could be top of our league. When you think of the last couple of home results.
Well, I think a result against Algeciras next weekend is very, very important, given that it seems like everyone else has got a bit of a free hit next weekend. So just have a look around the fixtures. Atletico Baleares are playing Cordoba, so Cordoba obviously in a great run. Ibiza at home to Antequera, that's maybe the banana skin for them. Castellon to Real Murcia, obviously the team that we played were fucking shocking. So let's see what happens there. And then obviously us against Algeciras to complete the playoff ones. But I think again, a bit of a must win from that perspective, isn't it?
Yeah.
I do love the Merida player there going down injured and hoping the ref would stop play, and then the ref didn't stop play, so he got up and started running after the ball. Go on. We should be killing these on the counter attack. They're there for the taking.
Yeah, I think we will. To be honest, I'd like.
And January, is that a public holiday in Spain again, or like it seems strange to have all these games?
No, it's because they don't want it to fall on. Obviously, King's Day would be the Saturday, which is a public holiday. So, I don't know. I thought that too. They just obviously want to start at the beginning of January. Because I know I've been to, when I went to Oviedo away to watch Malaga, that was King's, the parade before King's Day, the King's Day Eve. I can't remember what they call it.
What time kickoff is it, Matt?
I can't remember.
Is it night time or?
Yeah.
8 o'clock at night,
8 o'clock.
It's 8 o'clock.
So you lads all booking flights to come out for that Copa del Rey tie, yeah?
I'm away. Laura's taking me somewhere for Christmas, and I don't think it's going to be Malaga. But like, I'm gutted, but I can't be gutted as well. If you know what I mean. I would love to, but I won't be able to.
What's
What
that
do
like?
you think he'll do? What do you think he'll do team wise? You know, if they do get a Real Madrid Barcelona, do you think he'll stick with the youth?
No.
Have an Ochoa to open them up.
Play. So I think play your strongest 11 on the night. Anything can happen.
If I was playing Real Madrid or Barcelona, I would play the club staff against them just so they don't get to see some of our young lads play, because otherwise, that inevitable knock-on effect.
No, we want them to see
from the kitchen. He can start in goal.
We want them to see our young lads so that they pay £2 million for them and then realise they're actually not that good.
We don't get them back. It's not like it's a sale or return scenario. But I'm looking at those ones. It's
life in that game.
It's already a busy January as well, just with that Copa del Rey tie in there. I'm just hoping for a favourable kick-off time for the Castellón game.
I'm definitely going to. Well, I'm going to book my tickets down to Málaga for that weekend, I think, tonight.
Oh, unofficial Giri-Cast meetup.
Ooh.
Copa del Rey.
I can't give her a Christmas present back. Can I?
No, I think obviously Real Madrid or Barcelona, but I'd actually rather get Sevilla or Betis than Atleti, I think.
I think so, yeah.
I would rather have someone who's really down the bottom of La Liga.
You're starting to believe, Nick, aren't you? You're starting to believe.
Whatever's the least path of resistance in my book. Oh, there's still, I suppose, the chance of us getting. I suppose after those first 4 European teams, it then goes into the mix. We could still get a team from Segunda, couldn't we? And I think that
we definitely get a La Liga team.
It's definitely La Liga, is it? Because there's still a couple of very poor Segunda teams still left in the competition.
Shit how they do this cup, I think. It was a nice idea to start with and seeding, but it's too formulaic.
There's a lot of people pressing for it in England, though, to be honest, the seeding
thing. I think it's a good idea because
I like it. Yeah, I like it.
No, it's like it's because it takes away the novelty of those games. I think the reason the FA Cup is so good is because you can get drawn against the big clubs, and then there is that bit of anticlimax when you don't, and that's just tough shit.
Yeah. There is an argument as well that it does make it easier for the big teams to.
Yeah, it's not as well.
Yeah, that is true.
Just pull names out of the hat. You'll get a big, you'll
get Rod Stewart.
I'm not as big of a fan of,
here comes the Real Madrid party line.
No. I'm not a big fan. I was going to say something that was not the party line, actually. I don't like the fact that the Super Copa teams get drawn into the next round and not the current round. So I think they should all go in with the La Liga teams. Just because you're to Super Copa doesn't mean you should get an extra game off.
Especially at Osasuna. I mean, they're having a dreadful season.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't do that. For fuck's sake.
Bloody hell. Some proper trainers, boots on.
What minute are you all on?
58.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm thinking I'm ahead now. I thought, shit, something bad happened again.
Yeah, I'm on 58, 55.
I'm on 54.
53.
50? Oh, I think
you're on 54, Matt.
54 minutes.
I was going to say.
Well,
I'm in the 27th.
So I'm going to go to the toilet and refresh, like in both senses.
My dad was out visiting the other day, and I got him to bring me some mince pies, which was nice.
I'm gonna have a mince pie and watch a film after this. Mince pie, cup of tea. Oh shit!
He forgot the brandy butter though, so it was.
Well, how dare he?
You sounded so posh right there. He forgot the brandy butter.
I cried for about 5 minutes, but then once I managed to get myself back together again, we had a nice afternoon.
Couple of pots of tea.
Brandy butter in Madrid.
They probably do, but I can't imagine. I'll probably get some odd looks when I ask them, do you have mantequilla de brandy? They'll be like, what?
if it's anything what I know of Spain, they will just bring you some butter and
brandy.
Yeah, big chunk of solid
huge.
Like, he's English. Just give him alcohol. That'll shut him up. Oh, that's not a foul. Get up. Yeah.
Oh, Matt Harrison's relocating.
It has, yeah. I don't have to charge my laptop anymore. It was a bit awkward. I felt like you were a bit sort of. It felt from my angle that we were a bit sort of crotch level because so I was leaning forward.
That's what you were doing before the game, wasn't it?
Quite a dangerous position. This free kick.
The name's Sandoval.
It's not dangerous.
No, I recognise the name, Alex Sandoval.
Where do I hear the name Sandoval?
I don't think he's played anywhere.
I feel like we've played against him before, or I've seen him maybe play in Segunda.
I recognise him as the assistant to the president of Colombia in Narcos. That's where I recognise that name from. Nowhere else.
This is the Port Vale of the Spanish League.
Port Vale.
Well, just over an hour gone. Let us know what you think. Are we playing well? This second half seems to have been a bit of a nothing at the minute. No one's doing anything.
It's been a strange game, don't you think?
Yeah, good
All for it. Einar makes me nervous. He's sort of acting like a bit like Bambi on ice at the moment.
He has got. He was quite imperious at the start of this season. I don't know if he's been found out or if maybe he's still carrying a bit of an injury, but he has definitely got a little bit worse.
Did he look good purely because Juan De and Nelson Monte were to his side? Maybe.
I think he's a good defender. I think he's just maybe. Yeah, I think it might be the knock / fitness wise. He might also not be the fittest. I think we've been playing
as well compared to our other options as well, isn't it? Like in early 30s, like that.
I think, to be honest, I think the Christmas break couldn't come soon enough. Really, I think we could do with a couple of weeks to give the players, a rest and just any niggling injuries that they can get rid of over that Christmas break would be good.
Yeah.
Carla said in the comments, "Einar pay Burns."
Don't do him like that, Carl. He's not bad.
What's the biggest insult you could give to him?
It's a bold statement.
We never could work out for a while if he was really good or really shit.
I know he's had a few dodgy moments, but he's no Manu Molina.
Ooh, there it
is. you, Alex Ash, will be eating your words at the end of the season. When Manu Molina steps up onto that podium and is lifting the trophy after he's just raised 40 passes around.
I'm just looking for
every time. You must have seen what I saw when he was putting those balls in the last two games, when he was just pulling back, sitting deep, and just pinging passes. I didn't dream it. He looked brilliant. And as we all said, it's taken a while to get his fitness up. It's taken a while to get through. We had the same thoughts and processes around Largo Jr. last season. Just take a little bit extra when you've not played football for a while, just to get back on your A game.
I did think he looked better, but the two things I can remember him doing against San Lequenio was the horrific free kick what I recorded and said, "This is in," and passed it to Wapo, their centre forward.
You started drinking early in the morning. You can't take your word for it, Luke. You got up in the room, you brushed your teeth with a can of Victoria.
I thought he played. Equally, I thought he played okay, but I'd been drinking early in the morning too.
Nick, have you been drinking as well?
Nick had a session. He must have had a session. Also, Matt, we will not be returning down to the Pronsani Brigade down there. It's no 5-3-8.
No.
We did see Bad Charlie, though. We did see Bad Charlie giving a substitute a lot of stick, who happened to be Koke, who used to play for Seville. We wondered, there was this one guy from the Fonda So just marching everywhere. And then one of the subs were warming up, and he must have called him every name under the sun. A big bald guy as well.
What was it, Chris Marquez?
I was going to say, sure it wasn't Chris Marquez. Seems very at home in that section, does Chris Marquez?
Yeah. Well, when he's there. I think we've been to more games this year than Chris.
He's been to more cocktail Sundays.
Cocktail Sundays.
No, sorry, sweet shops.
Oh, both.
Yeah.
Watch the game in a sweet shop and then celebrate in a cocktail bar. That's Chris Marquez.
The way to go. How the other half.
Have we had a shot in this game besides what's gone in the net and the one what got cleared off the line?
I think that's it. Yeah.
Oh, big challenge for Roberto.
Ooh, boom.
Just need to get our foot on the ball, I think, especially if you're playing the formation that we think that we're playing now.
Go on. Get there. Oh,
I honestly think I'm watching a different game, you know.
Yeah, I'm definitely way behind you now.
I've not seen no Roberto or a slip or anything.
What minute are you in, Luke?
I'm just
that's a lovely little turnaround.
I'm just ticking to 66th minute now.
What? You're ahead of us.
Yeah.
What are you on, Alex?
66 now.
66 now. Yeah.
Yeah.
66. Yeah.
Me and
This is
Alex
the
was
closest to FTV,
So I'm
isn't it?
actually in front.
Me and
I thought
Alex
we
was
had-
speed.
Yeah. I'm going to
Which
refresh
is
me.
so
Now.
bizarrely.
To be honest, a couple of seconds in bad. I mean, the other week when me and Matt were on, Matt were getting live alerts saying that we'd scored, and then Matt were like, something's
Have we?
happening.
Oh, here he comes. Here he comes.
Here he comes.
No, he's not coming. He's going to warm up. I thought he was coming on. There he goes. There he goes. Back to sit down.
He might be coming on.
Antonito. I'd quite like to see Isa Moreno come on for
Yeah,
Gennaro.
definitely.
I think Gennaro's
Antonito and Marino.
Come on, everyone's slipping about. Go on,
Yeah, they are.
Roberto. Have it. Go on. No.
Tackle.
turned into
Oh,
trouble.
get
That's
up.
not a foul. That is not a foul.
He's gone down like he's been shot by
what?
a sniper there.
How does
Never.
he give a foul? I
What?
didn't even go on. He didn't even want to give it.
Lorenzo giving Pace's giving it to Lorenzo there. Pace also in a puffer jacket as well today, by the way, guys, if you've not noticed.
Stylish.
Rocking the puffer jacket is not anything that man cannot rock.
Did you see? I know he's watching that. In the Telegram group, we were making a joke about a Malaga panto, and Carl suggested PSA be played by George Clooney. I thought that was a good match.
Yeah.
Well, Antonio does have the connection, doesn't he, from their time together, doing that Quentin Tarantino film.
Go on. Ooh. Big header.
It's a strange game, isn't it?
Yeah.
In our panto, who is Antonio Banderas playing? Actually, trying to think.
Manolo Sanchez, the substitute. I feel like a stylish guy, maybe.
That's not bad. That's not a bad shout.
It's a great call.
I don't know. I think Antonio
Or
Mendes
Nelson.
had a great time pretending to be Altani.
Oh, or Nelson.
Go full method for it as well.
Oh, he's kicking off. He's kicking off.
Go on, hit him.
Oh, here comes Ino. I know. Everyone goes right. All right. I'm calm.
Yeah, just let the kids have a little bit of a pushing match.
Who do you
Yeah.
reckon would win? Right, Ino or Scassi?
I reckon Escassi's a dirty fighter.
Yeah, Scassi.
Like a Chinese burn and a nipple twist kind of guy, Escassi.
Yeah. He'd punch you in the dick. He'd punch you in the dick and then kick the shit out of you.
Carl says Banderas will be Jose Maria Munoz. I don't think I know. I think he needs a bit more of a stylish character. Maybe Nelson Monte.
Yes, that's not a bad shout. You might have to sort of get some grey hairs out.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
maybe
actually, Nelson Monte, because as much as I keep saying how brilliant I think he is, and I hadn't really seen him until the injuries, like in photos, and I was like, oh my god, he's like ridiculously handsome. Because I've just seen him play football, so it's only when I seen him Nelson Monte's injured and it's like close-ups of him, I'm like, oh wow. Me
and Laura on about this last week, Matt, because she used to be a big Luis Munoz fan.
Yeah.
Who is the most handsome player we have now?
It is Nelson Monte.
Nelson Monte.
Yeah, I think so.
Whoa, this is controversial. What if
because
Kevin
Laura really doesn't see the Kevin thing.
All right, okay. Wow.
She's dead to Matt now. She's dead to Matt.
I mean, different tastes, obviously, but Kevin has one that I like.
Maybe tell Laura, maybe I don't see the Luke Chambers thing.
What's not to love about Peroxide Blonde highlights?
Kevin has those.
Moose is coming on.
Substitution for Malaga here. It's going to be Einar being replaced by Musa.
Although he's not had the most, he hasn't had the best of seasons so far. I think Juan Hernandez is quite a good-looking bloke.
I can't even think what he looks like.
Oh, really? I think he's a bit. No offense to yourself and Matt, but he's thinning a bit up here. And not that doesn't make you a good-looking bloke, but he doesn't wear it as well as Matt does.
I'm just learning now.
I think Manu Molina, personally.
Oh,
Have you seen Manu Molina?
I love that from Musa. First on, ball in, just chucking himself.
Absolute beast. See, that's got to be an injury for Einar, because as much as he hasn't had a great game, you don't change your centre half.
Yeah,
No.
20 minutes to go.
Oh, that's not a foul. Get off.
Yeah, to be fair, you're right though. That wasn't a foul because he slipped. There's a lot of slipping.
Yeah. I don't know whether that's maybe a reason that he's sort of the slipping. He's worried that Einar might aggravate an injury, or
I'm surprised they don't took Danny Lorenzo off, to be fair, after getting his yellow card.
Yeah,
like
I think
Matt was saying earlier, he likes to get rid of the yellow.
That was a proper whack, that was.
Not to carry on the conversation too much, but Victor Garcia. Have a little look at Victor Garcia.
Yeah, no, I thought him too.
Just throwing it out there.
What about Joaquin?
No, he's too baby
Oh,
face.
no, back off. No, hockey's lovely. I like
What about Herrera, the Don?
Man.
I don't know.
I think Herrero would be the Banderas role, but like
maybe.
That's a good shout. Good shout.
The Narcos.
To be honest, Payetha's he's a pretty good looking bloke.
Well, we've just said George Clooney might play him, so
Yeah. I'd say he's.
Who would play the Gimme cast in this? Jason Statham up in the corner there.
Oh, look at him. He's going back on his thinning hair comment a second ago.
Trying to win career favour. What's a really tall actor?
I was going to say Shaq, but it doesn't quite work.
I don't think.
I definitely want to see Shaq play Alex Ashmore in anything.
It'd be an incredible performance that would definitely border on inappropriate in places.
Yeah, he forgot the brandy butter.
Oh, I think Matt missed that.
Yeah, you
missed it. I didn't heard that, Matt.
The
made some complaints at half time that his dad.
No, I could hear it. I was in the toilet. I could hear it in the toilet. Don't worry.
Oh dear.
We stood having a piss going, posh bastard.
Yeah. Hey, Papa, you ain't brought me no brandy butter. I cannot believe this. You ruined my day.
I'm curious. What was the
three players down here?
Carl's referred to a waist-high challenge from Harrison. What was the waist-high challenge?
Oh, I think it's that you've not gone in on Kevin as the most beautiful.
Oh yeah, but that was a given, wasn't it? I just thought that's a different relationship. He's my mate.
Frederick says in the comments as well, says unrelated, which is it's not unrelated. But the biggest club in Oslo, Norway, is about to go to head-to-head with Kristiansund on penalty to decide if they will be relegated. Now, this can be a great football day or a bitter one.
Now, that's crazy. Whoa. That is crazy.
Did you guys see the videos of the Santos fans after they got relegated?
Yeah. Like the purge, wasn't it?
Yeah. Carla said it was your comment about Laura.
Yeah, fair enough.
Matt, we were laughing the other day. Me and Laura laughing the other day. We're just looking back at walking to the ground where we had to climb like a 9 foot.
Oh my God, we talked about this.
Can you remember?
No, can you talk about it? Because I come out of this really good.
Well, obviously, we had this Cañas, and we're walking down the Guadalamina, and we just kept walking, and Matt says, this actual bit, we can't get to the ground. We're going to end up going on underneath the bridge, rather than over it. There's like the car park in there. So we're walking for, shit, you're right. So Laura's seen a little hole. She's got her foot in it. I'm obviously chucking her up. She made it. Matt is somehow bungee cording his way up this 8 foot, 9 foot complete cemented brick wall, to which then you just look over, you're just rolling around underneath a car, basically. And then
I basically ran at the wall and jumped up it in one fell swoop.
It was great technique, and how he did it, I don't know, because then, I mean, I always loved climbing growing up, and obviously being the most recent footballer, etc. I was trying, and then my groin went, my hamstring went, and I thought, I'm fucked here. I'm in the shit. How did Matt do this?
You do know.
Yeah, and then we had some Spaniards the other side of the river, just like, ole,
But if you just go underneath the bridge, there's a right-hand set of steps.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's Málaga. We had to do it the exciting way.
This doesn't look good.
No.
I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure it's for the cameras. He's been surrounded by it.
Again, 15 minutes to go. Are we confident we see this? Have they got another gear? Have we got another gear? Can we get a third?
I don't think anyone in the second half is in game.
So when we take the lead and it gets to the last 15 minutes and we have these conversations, I always just feel like, yeah, we're going to be okay. Whereas last year, no chance.
Yeah.
And as much as people can say, oh, you've jinxed it now, this always happens. And, okay, we might still blow in, draw or lose, but most of the time we don't.
Oh, that's a bit.
Sort of goes up his rib, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like he just runs away.
Like that Musa were chasing him. You don't fuck with Musa.
Musa just terrified me a little bit, to be fair, actually, that since he's come on.
I mean, to be honest, it was last season when Musa made his debut, didn't he? And I think he got man at match, but also, did he break his foot or something at the same time?
Yeah, it was something like that. It was something.
I mean, if he didn't get injured, Musa could be 25, 30 games into his Malaga career at this point.
Yeah, we did give him a lot of praise, but I think I'm sure he was like linked with leaving, wasn't he? And
yeah, we just said a good job.
It was him and Andres Cara that came through that similar sort of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, did he have a week or two ago where it says that Musa and Lauren Zuniga are the two what's available in Jam?
For what's this?
Just for transfer.
What?
Surely they're going to keep Musa, surely.
Yeah, you'd think so.
I think definitely with the injuries that they've had now. Nick,
that suit jacket. Don't agree with that in Spain. The elbow pad things. It's ruining a cracking suit there.
It sometimes works, but I'm not a fan. PSA looking like he's had some cans on the train though with his nice little puffer jacket and stuff.
I'm pretty sure Jimmy Savile's about to come on for them.
What?
wait
hella surprised if he did.
Wait till you see this bonnet on this kid who's coming on. I think these have got a Japanese player, I think.
Yeah, they do, yeah. I think they've got a couple, actually.
I assume this might be him. But very Jimmy Savile looking from the...
I was going to say, I do not see the link between Japan and Jimmy Savile here. I'm excited to see who this guy is.
Here we go. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
That's Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Oh, my God. That really is bizarre.
I don't want some...
Whoa. Have you seen who's coming on?
Antonito, isn't it?
Number 35.
Aaron Joan Maloney.
Joan Maloney.
It is. By the way. This is the boy.
Graphic. They're just going to put Aaron on the graphic, aren't they?
Andres
young
Carroll,
wizard is on.
interestingly, has played only 7 times since securing a move away to play more football.
Ah,
What do you need to know, doesn't it?
it's going well for him.
Ochoa, they've gone with in the graphic.
Oh,
Is technically correct, I guess.
makes sense. Is
Do
he?
you remember our last Aaron? Remember we had
Aaron Niguez, wasn't it? The
yes,
striker.
who I don't think ever played a game for us. There was Saul Niguez's brother. Looked like a proper surfer guy. I think he did just come here and surf. I don't think he played a game.
I think he got injured as well, didn't he?
Yeah, we signed him injured and we tried to get him fit.
No, I think he played 1 game. I think.
Yeah, you might be right. I think he might have come on. Might even mean a cup game or come on very late in the league.
I'm gonna look. And
you think you're right? I think he did play a game, for 5 minutes or something.
It's a hell of a token of confidence in him, though. I know, obviously, he was maybe needed more in the Adense game, but to then bring him on in this match.
I was just about to say the exact same. I mean, he's came on in front of a lot of players, hasn't he?
That's how I was thinking. There's a few.
They're a bunch of fucking Egypts, Sergio.
Sergio, get me on the pitch. No, that's South Africa.
That's the secret to tell you.
You may get me on the pitch.
You're going up You're going to make a new settlement. Pull back. Oh, no.
Deportivo apparently selling one of their players to Genk.
Oh.
I don't know anybody want any of their players. They drew it on to bottom of the league today, didn't they?
Well,
I don't know the fella. Deportivo sells Mujahid to Genk. And he's gone for 3 million, apparently. No, ignore that. Yeah, 3 million. Wow.
Jesus. That I've just seen on Twitter the yellow card to Danny Lorenzo rules him out of the next game.
For fuck's sake.
That means Aaron's going to have to start that game.
Or man, really back.
Aaron.
Yeah, 3 million. That was a big transfer. How do I see stats season by
Alex,
season?
are you this guy's agent? You
thinking, how did this one slip through the net? I'm supposed to be watching this for Castilla.
Who are you talking about? Sorry,
you.
This guy. You've been talking about this guy for about 3 minutes.
No, I've just been trying to find out if Aaron Niguez played a game for Malaga. He didn't. I was wrong.
All right. Okay. And somehow you ended up on
Mujahid. Yeah.
Has Alex's face vanished? There he is.
There he is. He's back now. Alex is having 5 minutes. Alex is just having 5 minutes where
he was just rubbing his depot badge underneath his shirt.
No, he did send that into our group chat. Like, said, "Oh, this is a nice kit, isn't it?" I was like,
yeah, actually, is there something going on here, Alex?
No. I can appreciate a nice shirt. I don't have anything against Depot.
That's a great freeze.
That's
a great freeze. There you go.
No, I didn't say anything after that. That was the end of the sentence.
Alex, do you live near a police station at all? Every time you're on live, there always seems to be, or is Madrid just really, really violent?
Well, no, there's usually 1 or 2. I mean, I live on one of the biggest streets. There's like 6 lanes. And there's usually something going on. It's like Paris. You hear the sirens in the background.
Yeah. And the other day, they were all out in force when Alex kicked off and there was no brandy butter. It was like Godzilla. Madrid going, "There's no brandy butter."
Is that in Shaq's voice?
Damn, there's no brandy butter.
I just can't imagine shouting in a posh accent. That's my problem. I don't know how you do it. I don't think you do it.
It's good. You've got to say butter.
Butter. All I can imagine is just Boris Johnson. Well, there is no
scallions. It was them blended butter.
Malaga's still 2-1 up on the 85th minute.
Nothing happened in this.
I've just seen the top. I can't believe it's the 85th minute. That's gone fast.
I think this has been a fairly boring second half.
Yeah,
I think
That's
it's
what
going
I
to
mean.
be. I think it's going to be a hard game to summarise on the pod.
It's a good job we got 2 games to summarise. We can fill in some
Yeah.
data.
Well, this you've basically got penalty, goal, and Antonito's about to come on.
How do we do it? Because we've got a week off before Algeciras, and we don't want to preview Algeciras twice.
What do you mean you got a week off?
As in, like, there's this week, because we're not playing next week, do we? Or is Algeciras?
Yeah,
No, Algeciras next week. Yeah, sorry, ignore me.
You must have got it mixed up with a depot.
Intravenously
So
drinking.
you were ruining my Christmas plans for a second then. I was like, haven't we?
It's just been going off camera going, I'm going to go to good.
I've had too much brandy.
A little bit of the bubbly.
A bit of the bubbly.
A little bit of the bubbly.
Stop reading all the depot stuff and focus on your own team, Alex.
He's been drinking his Patron early. That's what he's been doing.
All right, should I say this? Should I say it? No, I'll say it. Today, first bar I went in Ronda, there was a guy there, and I walked in, and straight away he was pouring a big old fucking glass of Patron, and I thought that's a good sign.
Yeah.
At
Was it
midday.
for you or was it?
We had 3 points at that point, didn't we, Matt? Basically.
And I almost tweeted about it, and I thought, no, just
yeah.
I probably shouldn't have said it now, but
Okay, I'll see him rag his shirt then. I think he's like broke his neck.
Get out.
Fucking hell.
When Chiellini did that to Saka.
Physios are running past the player who's basically dead here on the floor. Like, somebody help Aaron.
where is the fucking Egypt?
Who's this? Who's down now? Blue boots. Hakeem?
I don't think it's one of
I
ours.
don't
no,
think
it
that's.
is one of ours.
Is it
I think
Hakeem?
it's Joaquin. Yeah.
No one's bothered about young Malone.
He's got you for his side. Michael says, how would you sum up this game?
Oh, it's all kicking off. Victor's pushing one of their players
I'm
away.
finished.
Hopefully 3 points. And
Yeah,
I think
I
that's
win.
all
I think
really
it goes as
say.
far as a win.
Why are they all crowding around Aaron? Get away.
Where is this the wee fella?
Is this the weak fella?
You better get her. I like to think he's got more of a Northern Irish accent, I would like to hope.
Yeah, I'm not very good at that.
Derry boy.
Yeah, exactly. Get out of my fucking face. I'll smash you, lad.
We're going to beat this Merida.
What about the who we met, Nick, the Limerick chap with the Liverpool guys?
Oh, God,
he
yeah.
he was pure.
Lovely bloke,
funny.
but I could not understand a word of what he was saying. And I'd only had pint.
I thought it was, for the first 5 minutes of conversation, I thought it was German.
Oh, everybody's up here now. The fourth official has got it.
So was that conversation between you and him, Luke, when neither of you understood what you were saying
No,
because you
we were just like,
and he was Irish?
yeah, we were just smiling.
You were just there like,
Oh, look at the aggression on the face of the fourth official.
Hey, what did happen then, though? I didn't really see like a bad tackle. Was there like a foot left in or something?
Go on, Aaron. Go on, Aaron.
Is that
That's the Irish in it.
Have a look then.
oh, he's rugby tackled him there, almost.
Get the fuck off me.
Is that Malaga's youngest ever yellow card?
Is that who? Yeah, it could well be.
Escardo for Merida. And no, I don't. Has he booked any of ours?
He has booked it.
Yeah.
I thought you were using maybe like Spanglish then. He's giving
I thought you were as well.
I know.
Tarjeta Amarillo.
Is
that
that worth tweeting about?
That's how you say yellow card.
Our youngest ever yellow card.
Genius. See, I'll be fluent in no time.
I should have to go. Bleh.
I used to think I said it okay, and now I think I try too hard and make a ball up of it.
Say it however you like.
Go on.
Oh, they're
Go
in
on.
behind.
Do you all obviously now many games in? Are we all set on Herrero? Do we feel safe with Herrero
Well,
in
he's
the
the
net?
best
I know I
goalkeeper
do.
we've had
Of course,
since
yeah.
best goalkeeper we've had since we were in La Liga.
It's match day 3. I've been convinced.
I think he's
I think
better than
if you remember, Chris wasn't fully convinced for a long time, were
It
he?
wasn't. We named the first podcast
Brilliant.
Herrero, didn't we? Because
Yeah.
he had a fucking shocker in the
He
first game.
hadn't. Those first 2 games, he made 2 of the same mistakes.
Yeah,
But
just
since then, he's been perfect.
parrying into the opposition, didn't he? He was just like, fucking, look what we've got here. And I think because the memories of Yanez was so fresh.
Yeah, he was great.
And
But
obviously,
I will-
what he's doing now as well.
I
don't
will
know if
say-
it's hard.
My favorite ever live save is probably Herrero, that one against Cordoba, just for how mad it was.
He made about 3 in consecutive games, didn't he? Like world-class saves.
Yeah.
I think-
To be fair, he's let himself down by going so quiet recently.
That was the only criticism I could have of him. Maybe his distribution could be a little bit quicker sometimes. But that's a very neat one.
I don't think kicking's his best trait. I'd agree with that.
I think
I
it's
think
it's all right, but I think it just could be a bit quicker.
He's just steady. He just does not.
Yeah.
If the ball's in the air, he is catching it.
And he looks cool as fuck.
I'm enjoying
just a cool guy.
I'm enjoying Carl Smith's comment. That was a foul. So it was.
Yeah, I'm going to say, who's going to do the accent? I was going to, I thought, no, Luke, you make yourself look stupid half the time anyway.
Yeah, Luke can only do one accent, and it's Chris Marquez.
I feel like I must have said this before. Do you know my links to Ireland? That I'm actually, and this is true, I'm actually a descendant of Michael Collins, which is interesting.
The footballer, or
no, the guy that liberated Ireland. Liam Neeson played him in a film. There you go. That's how big a deal he is.
How far, how far removed?
My great uncle, because my great grandparents are Collins, and they moved from the Cork area to. I always get it wrong, Cork or Galway. I always get mixed up which area they're from. To South Wales, and apparently my Nan's house when she grew up had like a big family photo, and Michael Collins was in it. So there you go. And there's another mention of an uncle. I didn't even think.
Until uncles.
Yeah.
Famous uncles.
Leave your comments about your favorite famous uncle stories.
I've noticed when you're on about Michael Collins then, and I'm there playing the imaginary drum set, I'm thinking of Phil Collins, aren't I?
It's Phil Collins.
I'm sat here and I thought, shit.
To be fair,
I've got a great joke here.
Tonight.
There we go.
I was going to say less something in the air tonight and something IRA in the night.
Oh shit!
Well, you could have. Well, what's the Irish for Ireland? It's ear, isn't it? So you could have it in that spelling. That's fantastic.
But no, Michael Collins is essentially sort of a founder of the IRA, so the joke still worked.
Let's
go away from the IRA though.
Not solid uncle, but my aunt went out with Gerald Butler for 18 months, so he could have been
Fuck
my
off.
Fucking hell.
I was looking
all these things about the Unicast.
I was looking through my mum's wedding photos.
Is that the one who also worked for Nivea?
Yeah.
What a life she has led.
I knew that they'd gone out, and I was looking through my mum's wedding photos, and I saw Gerald Butler was in there.
What?
So yeah,
as Chris Marquez would say, can we get him on the pod?
We can't get Michael Collins. He's very
Gerald Butler's a bit more realistic in the fact that he is alive.
Just back to Malaga again. Not really enjoying this last couple of minutes, gents.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Michael Collins.
7 minutes extra time.
Carry on with the uncle chats.
A lot of extra time, I thought, as well. Like, I don't think it's been. I suppose towards the end, there has been a few stops.
I honestly think this has been one of the worst games of the season.
Yeah,
it's not been everything. We've been shit. I think they've been rubbish.
I don't think we've been shit. We've not been.
I just don't think we've done anything at all.
Yeah. I think we did quite well to sort of, I think we were quite good in the end of the first half to recover from, to endure them running at us and being a bit of a pain in the arse and, making a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying we played good either. Don't.
Ooh.
I mean, in all fairness, I wonder what our average age currently is of the players on that. You think Antonito, Ochoa Maloney, Musa? There's a lot of young kids on there.
Oh, that's taking the mick. That is.
They're kicking him about a bit.
He's not hurt. I know that.
No.
He's putting it on, but I don't mind that. Do you reckon, does he speak fluent Spanish and fluent English with an Irish accent?
Well, I know he's from Marbella. He's born in Marbella. I know his Spanish is fluent. I've not heard him speak yet. So apologies for doing bad impressions of him already.
How old is he? 16?
Yeah.
If he's still at Malaga in 4 or 5 years, we can get him on the pod.
Yeah. And tell him about his life living in Marbs.
Feels a bit weird getting a 16-year-old.
Hate that term.
No carb.
If he starts looking as good as what he's believed to be, then I imagine Ireland will be calling him up.
Well, he's in the that's if you remember, that's how I found him. Was yeah, because one of my students was playing for Armenia in the 17s, and you sort of type in your student's name to see, oh yeah, there he is in the lineup, and they were playing Ireland, and obviously it had like what do you call it, Shamrock Rovers, etc. Why can't I think of any other Irish team? Bohemians, etc. And they said Malaga, and I was like, what? And that's sort of I put in I think I excitedly typed the WhatsApp.
Yeah. I thought I remembered something like that.
So he is playing for
it. I think this should be about it. Was there any more news, Matt, regarding the Swede? Do we know?
Let's not.
No,
do that. Just don't. I'm in trouble already. So.
Did you guys see that the Merida guy just passed it straight out of play, and all of them just went like this, and a few of them are now leaving.
We just need to see this. How long we're playing here? We're a minute over now.
Cheerio, Merida.
Forward.
We can see you sneaking off.
That's it. There we go.
This is a messy game. Is it actually finished? Yeah. Nice.
3 points on the road anywhere is a good 3 points.
Things we love to see.
The Merida fans don't like to see that, to be fair. They are very much demonstrating with the manager.
Get in, boys. Vamos.
Tell what, the ref had a nice flourish at the end of the whistle. Lots of good hand actions there.
So now that ref has, out of the games he's been in charge, 10% of those games have been away team wins.
There you go. Nice.
You've waited for that all day, Alex, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's all day. There's the Malaga faithful.
Well, that loss leaves Merida sort of starting to maroon themselves a little bit. They're 4 points now out away from safety. And 3 points still doesn't even take them above Atletico Baleares in 16th. So you can see why maybe they are getting concerned, because this is quite a big club for this level, really, as well, isn't it? It's sort of like maybe one of the more established teams. But at the end of the day, we don't care. We've got a bulldozer, whoever we've got to play, haven't we, lads?
Yes. Just looking at the league table as well. The league table, we say this every week. The typical Malaga gets excited, they're not, etc. But Castellon 37, Ibiza 37, Cordoba and Malaga 32. Albuquerque 27, Intercity 26. So we're staying up with the top boys still. Only 5 points.
I think Paul says it absolutely right here on the screen.
Yeah,
shit, I'll take 3 points though. That's possibly the best way to go. And Carl says, bring on the Algeciras as well.
I think Carl's flying over to that.
Oh, fuck is he?
I believe Ian is as well. He was saying in the Telegram group today that he's got his competition back from the last game.
Do we lose that? That's going to be my sort of my swan song before going back to the UK, because that's on a Sunday and I'm flying to the UK on Tuesday. So
sounds absolutely splendid. Well, we'll be back with a podcast this week to go back over not only this Merida win, but also the Eldense win. It's 2 wins on the bounce to Málaga now, which is quite nice. One more game before Christmas, so I believe that we might have maybe a bit of Christmas pod. Matt, are you back with a Christmas wrap? To be confirmed. Confirmed. Yes. And next Sunday, we'll be back with another live stream for the Malaga game as well at home to Algeciras too. But thank you guys for joining me. Thank you very much for listening at home. We've been the Giricast. This has been the live stream. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. Vamos, Malaga. Adios.